Hello, my name is Erin Flaherty, and I'm going to be doing this presentation on self-driving cars. Have you ever thought that technology would come to the point where we would have self-driving cars, where you would never have to get behind the wheel and drive yourself somewhere? Well, in the future, we can possibly see self-driving cars and never have to drive again. We can see them parking themselves, driving down the highway, backing into parking spots, all kinds of things. Many people have no idea what self-driving cars are, and they can be found anytime in the next decade. Many manufacturers are starting to bring together ideas to start building these cars, and it is believed that these cars are actually going to be safer than actually humans driving their cars themselves. So what is a self-driving car? Self-driving cars use this light detection, which is called LiDAR. And LiDAR is a rotating laser that rotates a 360 around the car that detects any kind of motion, if a car is coming too close, if a car needs to turn. And this light is emitted every second for it to be able to analyze this data. The software system that these self-driving cars are going to be using will be collecting this data every time this laser emits this light. And it'll be analyzing information that will allow this car to drive on its own, such as parking in parking spots, when to stop, when to turn, etc. This technology or software is called deep learning, and it allows the car to make the decisions on its own. So like I said, letting the driver won't even have to do anything, letting the car know when it's going to have to stop if a car in front of them slams on the brakes or not. So many car manufacturers are coming up with ideas and exactly when and how to create this self-driving cars where humans will not have to function these cars. So all these manufacturers, of course, are trying to be the first ones that come out with the first self-driving car. But first, they have to run many trials and tests to make sure this car is going to be safe to bring on these roads. Some example of these car manufacturers that are out here that are trying to create these self-driving cars are, for example, Uber, Google, Ford, Toyota, BMW, Tesla, Honda, all kinds of different manufacturers, and many more. They're trying to come up with the first self-driving car, and all have different kind of technologies that some cars will do and some cars will not. But the answer is, or question is who will be the first manufacturer to have the complete self-driving car where a human will not have to be behind the wheel? Like I said, many of these manufacturers are running trials right now and running tests, and before they can even become to the public, they will have to be approved by the government and many other different manufacturers. As well as the trial run that needs to be approved, and needs to make sure that it's going to be safe for people on the road who do not have these self-driving cars, as well as the roadways. Not all roadways might not be functional for these self-driving cars, so they have to run these tests to make sure that every highway in the United States or in this world can be capable for these self-driving cars and will not need a human behind the wheel to function these cars. These companies are designing these cars to have sensors to be able to detect pedestrians, cyclists, other cars on the highway, to detect traffic patterns, traffic delays, construction in the area, and it can detect, these sensors can detect up to 3 football fields away from the car at that moment. So let's say you're going down the highway and there's a traffic jam a mile ahead of you. It can probably detect that there's a traffic jam, and it will start slowing your car down so you're not coming up on the traffic jam and having to slam on the brakes. So this technology is trying to prevent accidents from happening and prevent people from delays as such. One question people are asking is, these self-driving cars going to be dangerous to get in? Because it's kind of scary thinking nobody's going to be behind the wheel telling this car where to go, when to stop, when to turn, how to park. So a lot of people are questioning if it's even going to be safe to drive. So research has shown that this there's a big difference between humans being behind the wheel and this self-driving technology that is coming to the future. It's proven that the majority of accidents are from human error, such as people being behind the wheel texting and driving. There's been a lot of accidents in this society today, as well as people falling asleep behind the wheel, as just careless mistakes, people not paying attention or having bad road rage can cause accidents. So it's saying that they're hoping that these self-driving cars will decrease the amount of accidents that are going on in today's society. There has been 24 accidents when this car proven for autonomous mode, which is self-driving mode, and this was not due to the self-driving technology. This was just another car hitting the car, something that did not happen with the technology with the car. What features can humans see in these cars? They're going to be high-tech backup cameras, high-tech front cameras where the drivers can watch what's going on but don't have to do anything. Like I said, it's going to be advanced technology like never seen before. The driver can get in the car, input the data where they want to go, and the car will take them there. So I have some pictures showing what these self-driving cars are supposed to look like or are hoping to look like. This is a Mercedes-Benz of a self-driving car that we could see in the future. And here's another of the inside. And here's some seats where you don't even have to pay attention. So today's technology allows for many technical advances and to take people place to place, reduce the risks of accidents, and it's going to be seen never before. So hopefully in the future you can own one of these cars and you can never have to drive again in your lifetime. So I hope that you took a lot of information from this, and I hope I can inform you enough about these self-driving cars that makes you want to have one.